Go for it.
Has anyone ever thought about volunteering? Does anybody know what a volunteer trip is?
No.
Oh, well, that's what I'm here for. I will teach you about volunteer trips, or teach you about volunteer trips. What are volunteer trips? Volunteer trips are a way to volunteer and an opportunity for community travel. Aspects of volunteer trips are exploring the world, making a difference, and steps on how to be a volunteer. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. This is a map about all the places we'll volunteer abroad. This is an organization that does all this volunteer trips, and this is a map that you can like travel the world in their organization. In 1992, they started students in abroad. They wanted to travel the world, so the people in the UK, students in the UK, they wanted to have like an opportunity like on their breaks to do something that is meaningful. So they started off the program, which is called a gap year now, and then you get to travel the world and like help others in a meaningful way. This slide is making a difference. So these are like ways you can volunteer, like teaching, cooking, teaching them how to cook, teaching them how to build, teaching them about education, and like other ways you can teach them, and also helping them. This slide is it shows you like the steps on how to be a volunteer. So the first step is you do your research on like the program. Like there's many organizations, but this organization, volunteer trips, you have to be 16 to 75. And then in 1990, they started with 38 countries, and then they helped around 100,000 people to volunteer around the world just to make an impact around the world. But the steps is like you do your research on it, then you pick what program you want to do in the designations, and then you see what's included in the package. And the second step is you do your application. You look at the application, you see what date you can do in the countries you can go to, and then you fill out the application, which there's a deposit, which is $295 for it. And then they keep in contact with you after you do all that stuff. And then step 3 is like your pre-departure. So they talk to you and prepare you for what you're about to do before you go to your volunteer trip. And then you receive all the information. You have to like get ready with your passport and all that stuff. And then before you leave, you have to pay the other fee, which is $1,495. So you do have to pay an extra fee before leaving. And then step 4, abroad, they prepare you before you go on your trip of what you're gonna do and stuff, and then you get there and they get you settled in, and then you start your volunteering. And then the conclusion: exploring the world, making a difference, and the steps on how to be a volunteer is the main aspects of being a volunteer. This is where you go to find all the information. And this is a picture which says some travel to see the difference, some others travel to be the difference. And then